So we are here at the Influencers Conference 2010 in New York with a beautiful young woman who was just on the fashion panel, which is ever so fashionable. I love what you're wearing. Can you introduce yourself and tell us where you're from and what you're doing here?
My name is Nyne. I am a lifestyle blogger. My website is called www.nynelyves.com. It's Y's instead of I's. I'm from Washington, D.C., and I suppose I'm here because I'm a fashionista. And this past February, I was featured as one of Time Out Magazine's most stylish New Yorkers, and I'm a jewelry designer.
Wow, that's awesome. Yeah. I can tell. Are these your pieces?
Yeah, I always wear my pieces. These are a couple of my rings. Yeah.
Wow. So what influenced these pieces?
Well, my trademark is actually birds. When I was in middle school, I used to be made fun of and called a bird. But because I'm skinny and I don't know. But I've always loved birds. I admire them because, I mean, outside of them being like one of the oldest creatures, they can fly. And I think that is so amazing. So I started working with birds, and this is for my collection of crystallized freedom, because I work with Swarovski crystals. I'm saying it wrong. I say it wrong all the time. But they are the real crystals. And you know, they're crystallized, and then birds fly, so freedom. And yeah.
Wow, that's incredible. So you're an artist, and you're so creative, and your work is beautiful.
Thank you.
What do you think people connect with you when they see your work and you have such a following? What are they connecting with, do you think?
I think people connect with me because it's sort of, I suppose I'm unconventional. You know, you may not necessarily see another me walking down the street, and so that is sort of like androgynous or, you know, different to them. But I mean, connectivity is so important to me. So even with my, you know, with my audience on my blog or my consumers, you know, people buying my things, like I make sure that I connect with them because it's very important to me. Like, so I hope that they you know, they see personality and they're just like, oh, what is she doing?
Right. So the panel that you were just on, it was the fashion panel.
Yeah.
But what was the kind of the gist of it? I mean, what made you want to be on this panel? I know they approached you.
I was actually taken aback because I'm not very big in the fashion world as far as like designers and things like that. But and I didn't even really see, like, I literally, in junior high school, I was not the coolest person. I mean, high school, I was voted best dressed, so it turned around. But I never really looked at, like, me just feeling comfortable with myself and wearing what I wanted to wear. I never really looked at that as influential before until people started telling me, like, people literally read on my blog saying, you make me feel comfortable being who I am. And after the, you know, I think the biggest message that we all had on the panel was just like comfortability, and, you know, people just being comfortable with themselves, because that's very important. And you won't look nice in any piece of clothing, whether or not it's like, you know, like the top brand or the lowest brand, if you don't feel comfortable, you know, with it. So that was like the overall message, I think.
That's what we got. That's what I got. It was a great panel.
Yeah, it was really, and I learned a lot. I definitely learned a lot from everybody, I think, and we're all on different levels, but I think that we had, like, you know, similarities in views.
Wow, that's incredible. I ask everyone this question, but who is a big influencer in your life?
My biggest influencer is probably, it's a couple people. My grandma, my Nana. I've been wearing her clothes forever. Literally forever. My Nana and my mom, like, they both were very small when they were younger, so I'm able to wear their clothes. I don't shop at the mall. I go to, like, thrift stores and flea markets, and I think that was my mom exposing me when I was younger. So both of them really influence and inspire me. I also had a teacher in high school, Patricia Elam, and she wore a trash bag as a skirt one day, and I was just like, whoa. But like, that was my first exposure to someone just totally being out there, you know. So.
Wow, and who are you wearing before we let you go? What are you wearing? This is vintage.
This is vintage. I got this at a flea market, and it says Furstenberg, so I'm assuming it's by Furstenberg, and I was like, and it was $40.
Yay.
And then this is an American Apparel bodysuit. It's like the basic one, so I turned it around. It's like the sheer one that a lot of people have, so I flipped it around, and just some sheer tights and these shoes.
Let me see the shoes, because the shoes were like...
These are my favorite shoes. These are Christian Siriano from Payless.
Whoa, for Payless?
For Payless.
You got these at Payless?
You can see the bottom where it says for Payless.
Can we get the bottom? Is it possible to get that? These are paid.
Point.
You got it? Can you see? Oh. I'm sorry, but
no,
this is
it's
incredible.
Okay. And what's really exciting is that his new collection that he's about to launch is even better than this. For Payless, they were like $80.
No way.
And it's his tribute to Alexander McQueen. So, and I can't even imagine how much those are.
Could you though? I mean, rest is so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for
coming. No problem. Thank you.
Wonderful. And you keep influencing it. Just so I love your blog.
Thank you very much.